bidding and advertising restrictions. Now, we've been talking about this big time since last December when the legislation changed. So the New South Wales Government progressed reforms and to improve protections against solicited rent bidding in New South Wales. Now, those changes were made to protect renters, and they've applied to real estate agents, as I said, since 17th of December last year. So about, 8 months, almost 9 months now. Now, there have been 2 recent updates as of the 3rd of August, so just a couple of weeks ago. And they are, firstly, that advertisements for residential rental properties must have a fixed price, and that's nothing new. But what's happening now is these laws now apply to landlords and other third parties that aren't real estate agents, but that are looking at assisting people to get into tenancy. So some of them are tenancy advocates. There are other websites. So the same laws now that the rental properties must have a fixed price and that it's unlawful for anyone, including landlords. So this is a really important change here, including landlords and digital rent application providers. So there's those and other tenant advocates and some of those, to invite or ask for offers of rent for residential premises that are higher than the advertised price. So, that makes sense. That gives, those effects or those changes to the legislation took place on 3rd of August. Obviously, landlords are not there's going to be no regulatory action against landlords until after the 3rd of October. So there's a regulatory period where landlords can get used to the new legislation and learn about it. So, because there's not a lot of places they're going to learn about it. Maybe agents will tell them if they're talking to agents. Prospective tenants may tell them about it because they'll probably know more about it than the private landlords will. And, again, it's another angle for real estate agents to actually let private landlords know why they should be using an agent to make sure that they comply, because it's what you guys do on a daily basis. So, some of that clarity around the rent bidding laws, firstly, and as I said, we've talked about this before, but very quickly, for clarity, rental advertisements must have a fixed price. You can't refer to a price range in rental advertisements or use terms such as price on application or negotiable or contact agent for price or deposit taken. Any of those advertisements, including on social media, so it's all types of advertisement for online rental platforms, all of it, they must have a fixed price. Terms describing the status of the property can be used in an advertisement's heading only if the fixed price is also included. For example, deposit taken could actually be written as $800 per week deposit taken. Advertisements listing a property as leased show that the property is no longer available and therefore doesn't need a fixed price on it at all. So signs placed on or near a rental property that advertise the property is available to rent are also exempt from requiring a fixed price. That's just an advertising sign. But it's not an advertising sign when you're actually saying that this property is for lease and it's not on the front of the property. So, you need to look at those differences that are around that. And as agents, just remembering now that it does include landlords as well. So good discussion for you to have with landlords. Remind your current landlords why, yet another benefit of them using you as an agent to manage their asset.